It is April the 29th, 30th, the last day of April, and it is Sunday, so it is Worldwide Pinhole Photography Day. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I just saw something right here. I wanted to see if I could get it. Oh, I know what I can do. I can do this. Look on the jewel weed, the little droplets of water on the edges. I just find that so cool. And it's neat from downstairs right now, because when I look out this downstairs window, I see all this life, and it is so energizing. It's really neat. And Avery's outside. These are two new prints that I'm going to be using for photo encaustic, and they'll be on 12 by 12 inch board. And I have to fill up my load my two pinhole cameras. I'm going to do at least one roll of color and one roll of black and white film. I have my old Pinhole that I'll use, and then my Zero for the color. And there's Avery. She just went outside for her morning jaunt around the yard. And I need to get myself in the shower and get ready for the day. I still haven't started work on this piece. I've been in kind of an interesting space lately. It's been good, but I can feel some fluctuations, a little bit of internal conflict about some stuff. So it makes it a little bit more difficult for me to be as focused on certain things, but I'm working through it. So today I'm going to be doing my pinholes, and I think later I'm going to go to a friend's house and we're going to watch The Handmaid's Tale so far, because I don't have Hulu, although I'm not sure how much I want to indulge in dystopia on a beautiful day. I picked some of my rhubarb last night, and I took some strawberries and I made a strawberry rhubarb compote that I had with some ice cream. And yeah, so very warm yesterday. It was like upper 80s, almost 90. Maybe it did get to 90, I don't know. But I didn't turn on the air yet. I was stubborn. I just closed up the house. So anyway, I'm going to take my shower and move on to the rest of my Pinhole Day, Worldwide Pinhole Photography Day, today on April 30th. Okie dokie. So now I'm all showered and dressed, so I can show myself. I wasn't showered and dressed before. I've got my tea made. Babiota's blend. So I'll just talk a little bit about Pinhole Day, since I sort of started in that direction. So Worldwide Pinhole Photography Day, I don't know when it started. I think I started participating 11 years ago. I'm thinking it was 10 years ago. I don't know if it was 10 or 11 years ago. I went to a pinhole workshop in Monterey for the weekend, and that was like awesome. That's when I first really learned a lot more about taking pinholes. Pinhole photography, for anybody who doesn't know, is using a camera, a box, and instead of a lens, you have a little teeny tiny pinhole. It's probably about as analog as you can get. Of course, you can do it digitally if you've got a pinhole cap for your digital camera, but I personally don't think the results are ever nearly as good as they are with film, particularly with the kind of images I make, because they tend to have a lot more blur in them, and I find, and the exposures are like a lot longer, and I find that the results with digital have just had like a lot of noise in them, and I just don't like it. There's a lot of nuance that's lost. So I stick with film. That's been my experience. And if I really had it together, I'd give a pinhole workshop on Pinhole Day, but I don't have it back together right now. Maybe someday, maybe someday. So, oh, and one other thing, the prints that I showed earlier that I'm going to be using for my next photo encaustics, those are original on film and with my Zero. So both of these use 120 film, but you can have pinhole cameras that use 35mm film up to people have large format cameras that, you know, do 8x10 sheets of film. But I have my little I like 120. 120 gives me a larger negative, more to work with than 35mm, yet it doesn't become as expensive or labor intensive as doing a large format, because the black and white film I can process at home, and the color film is really easy to send out to this place up in New Hampshire. Although I do have a friend that is doing all his own color processing now. Maybe I just need to go up there and do a workshop with him or something, because it intimidates me. So anyway, so today I've already got some color. What is it in this one? I think it's probably Kodak Ektar. And usually I use about 100 speed film. It makes it like inside, it makes it like super duper long exposures if I'm just using 100, but I kind of go back and forth between the outside and the inside. So my default is to use a speed of film that is more geared to more light, because I almost always want to incorporate some kind of blur, which means a longer exposure. So I want a slower film. And so here's my Zero, and I think, you know, there's no film in here. Always got to check. And I think with this Zero, this is a 6x9, and I've had this for quite some time now, so it's a little bit beat up, but it's a great camera. At one point, I had to replace something on the front, and they were really good about getting me a replacement part. So with this one, I can shoot anywhere from a 6x6. Oh, that's interesting. I had that set for, no, what is that? Well, anyway, you can do like from a 6x6, or this is actually a 645. You can do from a 645, these are millimeters, to a 6x9. And so if I do a 6x9, this is probably going to be meaningless to a lot of people, but if I do a 6x9 on a roll of 120, that will give me six images on a roll of film, and they'll be kind of wide images. So that is what I'm going to use in my Zero today, and as far as with black and white film. And then once I'm done with the black and white film, I'm going to use, oh, this is an expired film. Huh, that's interesting. I'm not sure I want to use this one or not. I'll probably use a slide film. Probably I've got some Velvia, and get it cross-processed. So yeah, so I'm going to finish my tea and load my Zero, and take a minute to reflect and decide what I want to, what my subject matter will be. Probably stuff in the garden. I've got one big I guess it's like an Icelandic poppy that is blooming out there right now. I have a picture of it on Instagram. Big orange thing with black, the black center. So I may do a really close-in image of that, either with the Ektar in this, but I can't really put this one on a tripod, but I can put this one on a tripod, and doing something that close up would be better to have it on a tripod because it'd probably be like a 4-second exposure out there. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I may or may not check in later, but that is my Pinhole Day overview. It's exciting. It's kind of like a holiday for some of us nerdy sorts. I will definitely do a little video, maybe a slideshow, when I have the processed images. The black and white I might possibly do today. I might process it right away today, but the color will be at least a week by the time I get it off to the photo processing place up in New Hampshire. And they may be getting in a lot of film because it's Pinhole Day, yay! All right, take it easy, folks, bye. We had our walkies down to the river, and I finished up one roll of film, but actually I have to remove it from this one, from my Pinhole guy. And right now I'm making my last exposure with my 0, and it's kind of dim in here, so it's going to be about a 25-minute exposure, but I've been watching some videos on YouTube, and Avery and I have been relaxing, and I had a little bit of lunch. So I'm going to finish up this other roll, which is only 6 exposures on the 0. And that may be all the film that I'll do for Pinhole Day. But that's 2 rolls, and with the Pinhole, it's the color film that I'll send in, and some of that was down at the river, well, as was with the other one. And it's actually just like a really nice day. It's warm out, but it's not as hot and humid as yesterday. And let me see, how much time do I have left on this for my timer? Oh, I still have enough time. I'll take you out front real quick, and I'll show you the... Did I show you the poppy already? I can't remember if I did. I might have. But if not, you'll get a look at the garden again. I sent somebody else a little video of the garden this morning. That's why I'm not remembering what I did. But I think this one that is blooming out here is an Icelandic poppy. Let's see here. Here it is. Isn't that cool? You can see how big it is. It's interesting to see the pollen is like black in there. But yeah, here's the garden today. It just keeps on keeping on. Things are a little bit wilty right now because the sun is pretty strong, but not too bad. So that is that's Pinhole Day. I'm going to go over to my friend's house later and hang out with her. It's actually pretty nice, though. It's been a pretty nice day in general. And we got our walkies early enough that it wasn't too hot. Avery was pretty hot. Oh, she's sighing. She says, oh. talking at that camera again. She was walking pretty slow at the park. She did go sit in the river. I think I'm gonna need to give her walks early once we're like in summer, because she does not seem to really be into the walking when it's warm out, huh? You just get so slow. It's like, oh, I don't want to move. And I can't blame her. She's got quite a lot of fur. So that's it. That's Pinhole Day. I think that's probably those 2 rolls will be it. And as soon as I get some of the results, I will make a little slideshow or incorporate them into another video. All right, I hope you're all having a wonderful Sunday, and we'll talk to you another time. Bye.